Air Force bases in Texas and Nebraska are ready to accept more Americans on their way from the epicenter of the coronavirus.
Now, the China evacuees will be quarantined for as many as 14 days to make sure they're not sick. Michael George has more.
U.S. officials say as many as 1,000 Americans need to leave Hubei province, China, where coronavirus is spreading.
It's safest for these Americans who are healthy and not known to be infected to be brought home.
Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas, is expecting a flight with as many as 250 passengers on Friday. They'll be monitored on board and then quarantined on base.
Each passenger will have symptom checks multiple times a day.
Camp Ashland in Nebraska is also preparing temporary lodging for passengers. Some evacuees have already arrived in California. Priscilla Dickey and her daughter are in isolation.
They're basically going to make sure they're keeping a really good eye on us.
In Wisconsin, an American who tested positive for coronavirus at a Madison hospital is in isolation at home. He recently returned from China. Officials say nearby residents should not be concerned about contamination.
The overall risk we face is very low. We are at a much greater risk of getting influenza.
Wuhan, the epicenter of the outbreak, has begun converting gymnasiums and convention centers into temporary hospitals to care for patients with mild symptoms. There are more than 28,000 confirmed cases in China, and the death toll has surpassed 500. World health officials say there's no vaccine to prevent infection and no medications to treat it.
To put it bluntly, we're shadow boxing.
Researchers at the U.S. National Institutes of Health say they've engineered a key ingredient for a vaccine and hope to begin testing in April. Michael George, CBS News.
And the doctor who first flagged the coronavirus died today after becoming infected with the illness.